Hello, today I am unboxing a very special diamond painting. This is actually in collaboration with my friend Extreme Heat Pete. If you love spicy and flavourful food, check out the Extreme Heat Pete channel here on YouTube. But this is a custom version of his logo. Which I am going to kit up. There we are. That is going to look amazing. It's 50 by 50. And here's the kit that comes with it. We have a sorting tray, a couple of spare little Ziploc bags, stylus and wax, and a lovely pair of metal tweezers, always useful. And unusually, the drills are already in little Ziploc bags. This is not normal. They're usually ones that you have to cut open, but this makes sorting them out and kitting up so much easier. Now for my kit, let me move these out of the way. And keeping my drills tidy while I'm working, I have this briefcase kit with numbers. Now, some people will use the DMC numbers, which are on the chart, but I actually kit them up to the corresponding codes on the code that is on the picture. I'll show you this code here. That is the DMC number. The matching code on the picture. And how the bags are numbered. And that's the number system I use when I kit up. So now I just take my little white sorting tray, pull some in. I do have a little funnel somewhere, but in typical me fashion, I put it somewhere safe, and so safe even I can't find it now. But I'm just going to kit this up. Any spilled, a little damp finger does the trick. Spares I will keep in the bag. As you can see, there is a lot of black. I'll keep these to one side. And refill my containers as necessary. It is so much easier having little containers to put them in. As I said, it is very unusual for kits to have all their bits come in Ziploc bags. They are usually sealed little plastic bags that you have to cut open, which if you work like me, which is a section at a time and a colour at a time, it can make life quite difficult if you don't have something to decant them into. But you could just keep them in these little Ziploc bags for this type, but I'm just so used to using the containers now, I automatically do this. And we have 35 colours here, so even though it looks to be quite block colour-y, it's actually not. There is quite a bit of shading in there, so I think this is going to be a really fun one to do. And as I say, if you love spicy and flavourful food, check out Extreme Heat P YouTube channel, where he does reviews and challenges like the Packy Chip challenge. And I believe he's going to be doing the giveaway soon, because he's very close to, I think it's 600 subscribers. Could be wrong, it could be more. But yeah, give him a check out. As I'm doing this, I will be doing progress updates as I go along. If I spin any drills, I just literally lick my finger, because a damp finger is the best thing for picking them up. That crinkling sound you can hear is my cardigan sleeves catching on the plastic covering. And once I've kitted these drills up, I will then sort out the layout of the picture it's covering, can't see it because it's covering it, but I do have a light pad, which makes seeing the coding and everything much better. And because it is slightly bigger than a light pad, I'm going to have to work around to attach it to it, and I will do that off camera. I'm just popping the empty plastic bags onto the inside the mesh holder on the upper part of my case that these containers sit in. So they're there at the end when I finish. I do keep my spares. It does come in handy sometimes if you get a kit that's a little bit short. It does happen. And they've come in handy a few times, I'm not going to lie. Failing that, because it does also sometimes happen it's a colour you don't have, one you've never used before, a shade. If there's not a close shade that I can substitute, I do order them off of a brilliant British company called Smith's Beads. I've used them a couple of times and highly recommend them if you're short on drills. Although this is a little bit time consuming, as I say, I do find it worth it. You know, especially when you're doing a big picture like this, you get used to the number and colour to the code. You just look at the code and you're reaching for the number because you've remembered it because you've used it so often. It just makes things a little bit quicker, a little bit neater. And you haven't got a load of little plastic bags all over the place. I mean, if you're just starting out, you don't need to pay out for a case like I've got. I mean, all my equipment I've purchased over the years. I've been doing this for 6 years now, and I just started out with a little pill type container, which is quite cheap. You can get little starter kits off of Amazon which come with sometimes with tweezers, larger trays, sometimes a roller to help press the drills in when you finish the section, pens with the different multi-placers, heads, and they're quite reasonably priced. Usually around £4 to £8, depending on the size of kit and exactly what's in it. I mean, when I first started, I just got a very basic one that gave me a large tray, one of the little white sorting trays, several spare drill pens with multi-spacer heads, some little Ziploc bags, and a pillbox type container. And that did me quite a while, did me quite a few years. Until I started building up and getting a bit more. In fact, when I first started out, the light pad that I have underneath this, they were actually still quite expensive. And I ended up getting just a little magnifying lamp for about £10, battery operated, clips on the side of the table. And I do still actually have it, because sometimes you do get diamond painting that is very badly printed, and I need that extra magnification and light. Even with the light pad sometimes. And I've had that now about 5.5 years. It was one of the first sort of big purchases I made, because the great thing about this is it is quite an affordable hobby. And there we are, all kitted up. Now I just have to sort out a picture onto my light board, which I'm going to do off camera. Thanks for watching. See you soon.